Hello YouTube, this is Greg. Thanks for stopping by. Today I wanted to talk about some of my favorite Bushcraft bladed tools. This set includes the first knife I ever had, this little Barlow style my grandfather gave me when I was just a wee little guy. The next one is a fixed blade craft knife. I think it's a Frost. That I've had since the 60s, and this little hatchet was gifted to me again by my grandpa from the Robert Mann Edgetools company. Looks very similar to a O.A. Norland that I purchased later. My next set over here is an O.H. Norland little saddle cruiser and a J. Russell American cutlery and a Barlow styled knife made by J. Robeson. All three of these were given to me by my grandfather when he was moving on, getting ready to pass. This little J. Russell knife is a little under 1/8 of an inch thick, kind of Kephart-esque. Originally had wooden scales on it, and we had a DIY new handle project. The same weekend, we put new handles on a Bridgeport axe that I was going to use with the Scouts. This was do-it-yourself surfboard resin and linen for our first micarta project. We put replaced the wooden scales on this little J. Russell type. These were the knives I used, bladed tools I had when I was a Boy Scout. Boy Scout folder. This is a modified old hickory knife. On a Saturday following Thanksgiving week, our scout troop went out in the woods to earn our totem chip, which was, what was that thing? Ostensibly, it was our scout qualification that showed we could be trusted to carry bladed tools out in the woods. First mod was to change the profile of the upper bout and knock off that apex point and have a more rounded profile and round the edges to accent the back of the spine to the top of the scales to the terminal end of the convex curve. This accomplished a couple of utilities. It turned it from a very sturdy little butcher knife to a world-class field dressing knife that would glide cleanly over smooth muscles, and then the freshly dressed edge would open up hide like it had a zipper. We removed the scales, epoxied them back. Colonel Evans taught each of us boys how to safely and efficiently baton with a knife, and then told us as soon as we learned how to do it that it was the height of irresponsibility and lack of preparation and character deficit for us to ever baton wood with a knife, because it means we left home without a hatchet. Put a patina on it, dress the blade. I carried this one around since about 1965, 1/8 of an inch thick. And lest you despair or burst into tears because you can't have one like it, I went to my local family-owned brick-and-mortar hardware store and found this 7-inch bigger brother of it for $9. And in one of the flea markets here in Jacksonville, I found this Marine Corps K-bar sheath for $7. I seriously doubt the Marine Corps ever issued this to boots on the ground, but had I been an impressionable young lad and seen this in a flea market, I would have had to have it for my old hickory butcher knife. So anywho, those were the knives that I've used over the years. I have recently ordered my first new knife, and as soon as I get it, I'll show it to you and brag on it, and we'll drag it out in the woods and do some bushcrafty stuff with it. Anyway, thanks for dropping by, and till the next one.